comes to the cost of living in Costa Rica, you're going to have to do more than just pay for your electricity, your gas, and water. You know, at some point in time, you're going to have to fill your house up with furniture. And the Mangue and the Golio, well, that's two very popular chain furniture stores in Costa Rica. So today, we're going to go inside and we're going to find out, what does it cost? Refrigerator, microwave, coffee pot, couch, bedroom furniture, and much more. Let's see, how does all that affect your cost of living in Costa Rica?
Whether you're looking for comfy couches, kitchen appliances, televisions, or a new stove, today we'll look at all of the basic things you need for your new home in Costa Rica. As we look at the cost for all these different things, of course, you'll see and hear the prices in the Costa Rica currency of colones. To make it easy for you to know the actual cost in your currency, let's go to Google real quick. In the search bar, you can type USD to colones. After that opens up, you can easily change the currency value to whatever currency you are familiar with. You can pause the video anytime you see a price on an item you're curious about and check out the current exchange rate so you'll have a better idea of your actual cost of living in Costa Rica. Let's go check out some prices right now.
All right, when you get ready to deck out your kitchen, obviously you're gonna have to put in a sink. You're gonna get something basic like this. It's a one sink, and this one sink is only 205,000 colones. One sink prepared on one side. Now this is something a little larger. Obviously you got preparation on both sides. It's still one sink. It is a little larger, but this one here is 270,000 colones for this. Well, if you don't like the stainless steel appearance, well, you can go with something that looks a lot nicer. So this is a white one, and this one here is only 284,000 colones for this. Now, obviously, once you've got your sink in place, well, you need you kind of a microwave or a coffee set. And so you can have something like this. It's got this kind of countertop. This one's gonna run you 239,000 colones. Come over here. This one's really more open, a little more basic. But this one here is 209,000 colones. Now, take a look. We've got this one, 149,000 colones. So there's not a whole lot there, but this one gets a little bit nicer. Got a place for your microwave. It's got a place to put your coffee. And this one right here is 241,000 colones. And then of course you get on down here. This one looks really neat as well. And it's 270,000 colones. But you know, the fancier you get, the more it's gonna cost. Now of course you're gonna need a pantry inside your kitchen as well. And so you can get this pantry. It looks like this pantry right here is 145,000 colones for this pantry. Because you know, a lot of houses just don't have any kind of cabinet space. So this would be a great place to store all of your groceries. This one here, 134,000 colones. And this one right here, I guess it's a lot more. It's 173. But boy, it sure looks a little bit nifty. So you have everything that you need to deck out your kitchen.
But wait, we haven't checked out to see what do they want for a good stove. So let's find that out next.
Okay, so here in Costa Rica, most people buy gas stoves. Gas is a whole lot cheaper. You know, this one here is really nice. Of course, it's got this glass for a backsplash. And of course, it's really nice here because this opens up really different. This door opens up and the tray opens up here. And of course, you got all of your stuff right here. So this is kind of a neat feature. Also, of course, you know, you can store your pots and your pans here, just like any stove. Now, what I really like here, this is a great big 6-burner set. Now, on most everything, you can see there's your price, and it will show the regular price. Right now, the regular price is 399,900 colones, and that's the cash price. But what's really neat is in Costa Rica, they will finance all of this for you. And when you finance this, you can finance it 30 months, 36, 42, and 48 months, and it will actually show you, okay, let's just say at 48 months, that's going to be 15,564 colones a month. And by the time you get done paying for it, you've now paid 827,000 colones, whereas you could have paid just 400,000 colones. So you're going to pay a little more than double for the financing, which I mean makes sense anywhere. Now what's really neat is if you look right here, this one is on promotion. So the normal price is right at 400,000 colones, and this one is only 339,000 or 340,000 colones. So you're going to save 60,000 colones on this one right here because it's on promotion until May 4th.
It is important to note, while most furniture stores will finance, which makes it much easier for most people in Costa Rica to purchase some of these more expensive items, I spoke with store management and they made it clear that most stores in Costa Rica will only finance your purchase if you are a resident of Costa Rica. Depending on where you shop or your taste, you might want to sit down for this next one. Let's take a look at some high-end refrigerators.
Now we have a refrigerator, and as you can see, you can buy some nice refrigerator and freezer combos in Costa Rica. And this one is really nice, okay? Of course, it is an LG, which is a very popular brand in Costa Rica. And it's got a 10-year warranty on it. Now this one here is going to be almost 1.6 million colones. And if you take a look at it, yes, it can be financed just like anything else. And to give you an idea, right, you can pay 1.6 million colones, or at 48 months, it's only about 32,000 colones a month. But when you're done with it, you're paying right at 2.5 million colones. But you really got it super fantastic. And if you take a look, it's got one of these double doors, so you have easy access to what you need right there. Or you can open up the whole thing and, you know, lots and lots of room right there to get whatever you need. So this is really neat. And then, of course, the freezer is really large and there's lots of room in the freezer. And it's actually, you know, you can connect it to your water. It's Wi-Fi accessible and everything else. Really great freezer. Obviously, you're going to need tables and chairs for your dining room. And this is a 4-seater, and you can get this one here for $372,000. This is much nicer. Of course, it holds 6 people. And for 6 people, that one is 530,000 colones. And this is a nice round table, 4-seater. It's 260,000 colones. And here's another smaller one. And this one is 284,000 colones. So you have a wide variety of tables and chairs, and that gives you an idea of some of the prices on what you might pay. Now here's something that's even more basic, and if you just want something to start out with, well, this 4-seater here is 100,000 colones. So that gives you an idea. Of course, you're going to need living room furniture, and you know, if you don't need much, well, this is a nice small pull-out bed couch. You can get this one right here for only 400,000 colones, and as you can see, well, this is a great starter. So now you've got your living room and a little bed. I don't know how comfortable that might be because it's not very long, but at least you do have a small bed. Come right here, you do have this, and I'm thinking this is a set, and this set right here is 580,000 colones for this set. And hey, of course, like anything else, you can really finance anything inside this store. Here's another, and this kind of looks very similar. It's 530,000 colones. Hey, check out this neat little corner couch. So this corner couch right here is only 350,000 colones for this corner couch. So that's kind of nifty. That's something that's just a little bit different. Let's take a look at something that looks a little more high end. Now this looks comfortable and feels comfortable. And it is 456,000 colones. It doesn't look like any of these actually recline, but some of them I'm sure do. Now this is what we typically see in most houses, and yes, it's a lot cheaper. So you can get this one right here. It's on promotion for $251,000, and they're not nearly as comfortable, but if you're just looking for something to start out with, it's a great starter. Now, if you want something with a little more color, well, this one here is 219,000 clonas, and you've got something that kind of, well, looks beachy. Now this right here is another easy option if you're limited on space and want an extra bed. So you can get this particular couch for only $145,000, and it really does fold out to a bed really quick and easy. So this is kind of nice, real quick, real easy. You got you a bed, and you're back to a couch. All right. So of course you can get all the beds that you want. King size to, I haven't really seen a lot of king size beds. I haven't seen a lot of queen size beds. But you know what? Most of the mattresses, some of them are pretty good, depending on what you want. And most of these mattresses look like they range about 160,000 clonas. However, you can get a cheaper one. So here's a cheaper one. It's a lot thinner than the others, but hey, this one is only 60,000 clonas. Now, of course, that's just the mattress. And then, of course, you're going to need a headboard. So, depending on whether you have the headboard and the bed, this one here is 165,000 clonas just for the bed. Then, of course, you buy the mattress. And if we take a look, here's a couple of others. This one here is 270,000 clonas for this bed, a little nicer. This one here is a little bit basic, but if we take a look at that one is 175,000 clonas for this bed. And of course, you got smaller beds in the back. What is a twin size bed going to cost you? This twin size bed is 260,000 clonas. Then of course, you got to get you a twin mattress. And the mattresses, I'm not quite sure what that price is. And I don't see any twin size mattress prices, but you can get an idea. They're going to be somewhere around the neighborhood of the others. The others 150, 160, maybe it's 100,000 clonas. But that gives you an idea of what you're going to need if you're going to set your house up with beds. Oh, there we go. It locks. Yep. Wow. Now, I don't know that I've ever seen an office chair like this, and I think I could get used to this right here. I mean, this is quite, wow, I kind of like this. Yeah, I think I could get used to this. And hey, that's 132,000 clonas for this. I kind of feel like I'm in a racing chair. And you can get a basic table right here, or a basic little desk. Of course, this is just a little wooden desk. And this wooden desk is 73,000 clonas. Me, I kind of like the glass. So, have something a little more. And this glass is a lot cheaper. It's only 47,000 clonas. And of course, it's just a nice desk that I can put my computer on. I can continue to work from home. That might be just what you need. Now, every bedroom's going to have some place to put your clothes. Most houses in Costa Rica don't have closets. So here's a nice one right here. So you've got a closet, all your drawers, a place that you can put your makeup and fix your face. Now, is this the same? This sure is the same set right here. Okay, so great big huge set right here. And this one big massive set with 3 doors is 443,000 clonas. Obviously, they will finance it, and it's only 19,000 clonas a month for 36 months. So this is really nice addition to your bedroom. 443,000 clonas, and you've got something to put all your clothes in. Now this one here, place to hang your clothes. Has a couple of drawers at the bottom. This one here is only 242,000 clonas. So if you like black, 242,000 clonas, that'll be nice in your room as well. All right. Oh, how about a chest? We take a look. If you only If you don't need to hang clothes up and you only need something for the kids, this looks nice right here. 204,000 kronas to get you a nice wardrobe with a mirror. This one right here. This one here is 300,000 kronas. Now it kind of looks a little different. No handles on it. A little bit more up class maybe. And that's nice. Keep coming. This is a typical Costa Rican washing machine. It's different than what you're used to, but they're a lot cheaper than the washing machines that we're used to seeing in America. And here, you take and put all your clothes, and it washes just like you would. However, it doesn't spin here, so you have to transfer all your clothes out, put your clothes inside the spinning portion of the washing machine, and you spin all your clothes inside. So I guess you could call this a manual type of wash machine. But you can get it at a really good price. Right now it's about 140,000 kronas. And you can actually finance this. If you were to finance this for 48 months, it would be about 5,500 kronas a month. And by the time you got done at 48 months, you would only spend about 289,000 kronas. But you have a really good washing machine that you can wash your clothes with. And let's go take a look at what a typical, maybe over and under washer and dryer, or a typical American style washing machine would be. Now this is a GE washing machine, something that you might be more used to. And of course it's very large capacity, so we're not quite comparing apples to apples here. And this one here is about 350,000 kronas. It is on special right now, so there is a promotion until May 4th. And you can get this one instead of 350,000 kronas, you can get it for about 330,000 kronas, which is going to save you 40,000 kronas right here. So this one here is kind of fully automatic. It's large capacity, and it's more what you're used to. So you can see that you can save a big amount of money by getting a typical Costa Rican washing machine. However, it is a lot more manual work because you'll have to let it wash, you'll have to remember to come and check it, then you'll have to transfer it to the spinner and all of that. So it's a little bit more manual, but you will save half the cost. So it just really depends on your convenience and what you're used to. Okay, in Costa Rica, most people will hang their clothes on a line, and that's because electricity is expensive. However, you can buy a gas dryer, which is what you might want to do. And of course, LG is one of their best brands in Costa Rica. It is going to be more expensive. You get a, now this is an electric LG, but that's almost 500,000 kronas, or $500,000, okay? This one here is electric as well. It's Mabi, okay? Or no, Maybe, I think is the correct pronunciation. And it's electric as well, but this Maybe is going to run about 300,000 kronas. Now, if we come down here, you can get a Whirlpool, and that's something you're probably used to in your country. You get a Whirlpool. This Whirlpool here is only about 300,000 kronas cash price, and this one is actually on promotion. So it's on promotion. You'll save 55,000 kronas on it. But you can actually finance this as well. So if you were to finance this one for 48 months, hey, you're only spending 13,000 kronas a month for 48 months. At the end of that 48 months, you will spend, it looks like 680,000 kronas, or almost 70,000 kronas for this item. But the cash price normally is 329,000, and it's on promotion. Save 55,000 right now. So, hey, getting a gas-operated dryer is really the thing if you don't want to have to hang clothes out on the line. As of anyways, your selection of TVs can be huge, and you can get a huge 65-inch 4K TV for 419,000 kronas. There's another one that's on special promotion, 359,000. So you have a huge variety, another 329,000. As you work your way down, there's lots and lots of different brands, lots and lots of different TVs, you know, anything from basic to 4K, and, you know, some smaller TVs that you can get, you know, 200,000 kronas, 150,000 kronas. So you have a huge selection of lots of different TVs from Sony, Samkey, Samsung, lots of different brands to choose from.
So as you can see, you can get some quite large TVs, and it does come with a large price as well. But you can find whatever you need at just about any furniture store.
All right, now, as you know, Rebecca and I, we're mountain people, and in the mountains, you don't need air conditioning. However, you might want to settle at the beach, and if you're at the beach, you'll need air conditioning. And of course, you know, you got several different types right here. So this air conditioning unit is 239,000 clonas. Looks like this one here from Maybe is almost 300,000 clonas. This one here, I'm not sure what brand this one is. But that's 300,000, and then there's Frigidaire, which you're familiar with. And a Frigidaire is 239,000 clonas. So you can see that you can get air conditioners so that you can keep yourself cool if you're on the beach.
Let's take a look at some prices of some small kitchen appliances, like this microwave for 243,000 clonas, or this rice pot for 61,000 clonas. You can get a coffee pot for 72,000 clonas, or something much smaller, and this one is only 68,000 clonas. Of course, there are a lot of varieties, and you can get some things that are expensive and some things that are much cheaper. Big variety of rice pots, as rice is a staple. This rice pot is only about 16,000 colonas. There's a coffee pot that is much cheaper, and it's only about 16,000 colonas. How about a toaster? And you can get this toaster here for only about 8,500 colonas. There are some waffle irons, and well, you name it, they've got it just like at any other place. Let's check out a couple of blenders. Here's a blender right here, and this blender you can get for about 23,000 colonas. And well, they got this monster blender right here, 750 watts, and it's 75,000 colonas. So you can find what you need, although you might have to look around just a bit. And if you don't need a whole stove, well, you can get just the stove top. So as you can see, there's prices for stove tops, and you can get some at a decent and fair price at about 140,000 colonas. And that's a look at the actual cost of living in Costa Rica if you were to fill your house with furniture from one of the local furniture stores.
So please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can receive alerts for all of our upcoming videos in the Cost of Living in Costa Rica video series.
We'll see you in the next video.